All right, guys, I know what you guys have been thinking. You guys have all been thinking, I want shapely legs just like Coach Jeremy. So we're gonna help you guys with that, with a few progressions for the squat or squat variations that you can do at home with little to no equipment. And we're even gonna throw in a variation that you can do at home to practice your pistol without having horrible technique. We all know that a pistol is fairly hard in terms of technique and mobility. So even for that, we're gonna give you guys a progression that you can do at home. We are going to start with something very simple because for some people, an air squat, so just a squat without any weight at all, is already hard enough. Not even because of strength, but also because of mobility. So Marloes is going to show us a split squat first. A regular split squat means one leg in front, one in the back. It's kind of like a lunge, except you stay in place. So the front knee is always over the foot, roughly over the ankle. Knees in line with the toes. Back foot is turned slightly out. This is good. We're going to go down. If this is too hard for a bunch of reps, you could always put an elevation or a pillow under your back knee so you go a bit less deep. Now once you can do this, relax. Once you're able to do this, you can go on to the next step, which is the air squat. You want to be able to do a bunch of reps of the air squat. Please show us. This is just a regular squat, knees in line with the toes. Yeah, that's basically it. Make sure your balance is on the whole foot. And of course, there's a few other details, like try to keep a straight back. Don't worry too much about it. There's no heavy load on your back. So it's not a huge deal if you round your back a little bit. If you keep a straight back, that's great. Just make sure your knees are in line with the toes and your heels stay on the floor. You've already got 90% of your squat right. Now, if this is still an issue, because of mobility, for example, fix your mobility. Now, if still it is an issue and you cannot fix it straight away, you could go into lunges instead or into Bulgarian split squats, assuming you have some base strength. So that is the next step. We'll first show you a Bulgarian split squat. One leg goes in the back on a bench, a chair, whatever is practical. And it's still the same split squat. Knees in line with the toes, front heel on the floor, and you sink down and back up. That's all there is to it. Now you could lean a bit further forward and still do the same movement. You can stay a bit more upright. You can keep the foot closer, further away, and relax. There's some details in there. I'm not too worried about it. You might emphasize certain muscles more or less, but in general, if you keep that foot firmly planted to the floor, knee in line with the toe, back knee, same story, don't twist your back knee. If you can do that, you basically have a decent Bulgarian split squat. Now the challenge here is to load it. You can just keep weight in your hands. You could have like 2 dumbbells in your hands if you have them. You can keep a heavy backpack in your arms if you have it. That way you can increase the difficulty in terms of weight, assuming you have it. For a lunge, which is basically a split squat where you walk out, can you do some alternating lunges for us? It's basically making split squats where you actually walk. You can either do it walking forward or you can go back like she does, which is easier if you're at home. Relax. The thing here, why is there a difference between a lunge and a Bulgarian split squat? Purely for muscle mass. Let us assume that you do want those amazing legs that I have. Then a Bulgarian split squat is probably best for most people because you have a bigger range of motion. There is more movement going on. However, for all-round athleticism, let's say that you're a soccer player or you just want to be very good at CrossFit or all sorts of sports in general, a lunge also decelerates. So you step out, you have to decelerate and come back. That is what's actually going to make you your knees stronger when it comes to change of direction, which is very important for game sports. So you could either alternate them or you can say, well, I'm going to stick with one because it suits me better. Both are fine to get stronger in general, right? Now, these are probably the best variations you can do that are loadable. But if you cannot load because you simply don't have any weights or other practical stuff, you can work up to a pistol. But you need a lot of mobility for a good pistol. Can you show us a pistol? All right, that's it. So it's really just a squat on one leg. However, it is very tempting when you do a pistol to round your back excessively, get your knee in, let your hip go in every weird direction. Marloes is super mobile and she still has to work hard to make a super good looking pistol. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a progression towards the pistol where there is fairly little that can go wrong. So even if you're not being coached on the spot, you can still practice towards your pistol, especially if, for example, split squats are too easy for you. We're going to go over here. We're going to go to a skater squat. What you're going to do is you're going to stack up some pillows or books. I recommend pillows, which is more comfortable. Marloes is going to stand slightly in front of the stack. She's basically going to make a backward lunge with her foot off the floor. And back up. She can rest now if it's too hard for her. But if it's too easy, she can also just gently tap it with her knee and back up and stop, relax. So what do you need to look for in this movement? I want to see the knee in line with the toes again, like always, and don't want to see any hip shift. So what I don't want to see is people going like this with the hips. If that happens, not okay. Straight movement, slow and controlled. Now, if that is too easy, can you stand in front again? Because Marloes is super strong, super mobile, she can do anything. So this is too easy, so we're going to take this away. Can you show us one skater squat? You just decrease the stack of pillows, and one more. And I'm going to take another away, and relax. This is one way of building up to a pistol, but I want you guys to do this in a controlled manner. I want you guys to slowly build up. I want everything to be a controlled, awesome looking movement. If it looks ugly, you guys come back here at UnScared in some time from now and I see you guys being like, hey guys, I can do a pistol. If that happens, you did not follow the program as laid out. So be very strict on your technique on this one. As per usual, check the PDF for all the sets and reps and all the goals and minimum standards, and ask your private coach or me if you need more guidance in specific variations or progressions. Good luck working on those hump stompers.